The forests of Zamfara are no longer a comfort zone for criminals, and tonight's update proves that the era of hiding in the bush is coming to a violent end. If you've been tracking what's happening in the Northwest, then you already know one name that used to strike fear into communities and security agencies alike: Sokoto Forest. For years, that forest operated like a private kingdom for bandits. A place where kidnappers slept peacefully, stored weapons openly, planned attacks freely, and disappeared after terrorizing villages. It was their bedroom, their office, their armory, and their escape route all rolled into one. But that chapter is officially closing. What you saw in today's headline is not exaggeration, not propaganda, and definitely not social media hype. As of Wednesday, January 28, 2026, Nigerian troops under Operation Fan stormed straight into the heart of that notorious forest and shattered the illusion of safety the terrorists had been enjoying for far too long. This wasn't a warning shot. This wasn't a routine patrol. This was a full-scale, calculated, dawn strike, and it landed hard. Reports coming from Moradin local government area confirmed that the 8th Division Garrison Strike Team launched a precision operation based on solid intelligence. The kind of intelligence that doesn't miss. The kind that tells you exactly where the enemy sleeps, moves, hides, and escapes. For a long time, these criminals believed they were invisible inside the thick forest. They carved secret motorcycle routes deep into the bush, using narrow tracks to smuggle weapons, transport kidnapped victims, and move fighters from camp to camp without being detected. They assumed the terrain would always protect them. They were wrong. Our troops followed those same hidden routes, silently, carefully, methodically, tracking every movement until they located the core hideouts. And once the coordinates were confirmed, the operation moved into full combat mode. Now this is where it gets intense. The terrorists sensed danger. Real danger. As the soldiers closed in, the criminals attempted a desperate ambush. They tried to turn the tables, hoping to surprise the advancing troops and scatter them. But Operation Fans was already 10 steps ahead. The ambush failed spectacularly. With superior firepower, tactical coordination, and battlefield discipline, the troops smashed through the resistance, forcing the terrorists to abandon their positions and flee in complete disorder. Panic replaced confidence. Survival replaced dominance. The forest that once protected them suddenly became a trap. The soldiers didn't stop at pushing them back. They dominated the entire area, systematically clearing the camps and destroying the logistical structures that kept the terror network alive: shelters, supply points, movement routes, and communication spots. Every destroyed structure means fewer kidnappings, fewer attacks, fewer innocent lives in danger. But what the troops discovered inside those camps raises serious questions. Among the recovered items were a ballistic helmet, combat boots, woodland camouflage uniforms, 2 Balfong communication radios. Let's pause right there. These are not local market items. These are not tools of random bush criminals. These are professional-grade materials. So the big question becomes: who is supplying these bandits? How does a so-called ragtag gang suddenly have military-style equipment and advanced communication devices? Is this still ordinary banditry, or something more organized, more structured, more dangerous? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk. And if you're getting value from this breakdown and want real, unsugar-coated security updates, smash that like button. It helps this message reach more Nigerians who deserve to know what's happening beyond the headlines. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next major update. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture.
The forests of Zamfara are no longer a safe bedroom for criminals. And if you have been following the security situation in the Northwest, you know that Sokoto Forest has been a fortress for these bandits for too long. But today, the story has changed. The headline you saw is not just hype, it is the reality on the ground as we speak. Troops of Operation Fansan Yama crushed terrorist camps. The Nigerian army has taken the battle to the very doorstep of the enemy, and the report reports coming in today, Wednesday, January 28, 2026, confirm that a massive dawn offensive has shattered the peace of the terrorists in Maradun local government area. We are broadcasting this breaking security update to give you the full gist of what is happening right now in Zamfara state. You see, for a long time, these bandits thought they were untouchable in the deep forest. They built camps, they stockpiled weapons, and they held our people for ransom. But the 8th Division Garrison Strike Team of the Nigerian Army has just sent a very loud message. We know where you are, and we are coming for you. Let me break down exactly what happened in the last 24 hours. Acting on precise intelligence, our gallant troops launched a dawn offensive into the heart of Sububu Forest. This wasn't just a patrol, this was a raid. The soldiers tracked the active motorcycle routes used by the terrorists, you know, those secret paths they use to move weapons and kidnap victims. The troops followed these tracks deep into the bush until they located the hideouts. Now, this is where it gets intense. The terrorists, realizing that the army was closing in, tried to stage an ambush. They thought they could surprise our soldiers. But the troops of Operation Fansanyama were ready. They fought through the ambush with superior firepower, overpowering the criminals and forcing them to flee in total disarray. The report confirms that the troops successfully dominated the general area, clearing out the camps and destroying the logistic structures that these bandits have been using to sustain their evil operations. But wait until you hear what they found in those camps. This is the part that should make us ask serious questions. After clearing the hideouts, the soldiers recovered a cache of items that are very concerning. They found a ballistic helmet, they found combat boots, they found woodland camouflage uniforms, they even found 2 Baofeng communication radios. I want to pause here and ask you a question. Where is a ragtag bandit getting a ballistic helmet and combat-grade camouflage? Does this look like ordinary banditry to you, or is there something more organized going on? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you are enjoying this breakdown of the security situation and want to keep getting the real gist without the sugarcoating, please take a moment to smash that like button. It really helps the video reach more Nigerians who need to know what is happening. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you are the first to know when the next big story breaks. Welcome back. Let's look at the broader impact of this operation. It is not just about destroying camps, it is about saving lives. In a related development within the same axis, troops of one brigade responded to a distress call at Gidampaushe village in Maradun area. They moved in swiftly and managed to evacuate a civilian who had been shot by these criminals. This shows that the response time is improving. The soldiers are not just sitting in the barracks, they are out there in the field responding to intelligence and distress calls. We also have to talk about the sheer scale of what Operation